Thank you so much, first of all, for the compliment. It means a lot coming from you. And let me tell you, do not be sad for me. This is exactly what I wanted. This is exactly what I intended to happen because I knew exactly what I was going to do.
The music mogul has been evading residential for almost a year now, but has finally been arrested now. Cassie Ventura released the floodgates and announced to the whole world the music's very own Sean P.Y. Combs was a bad man, and things have not been the same since. Naturally, he denied Cassie's claims, and then he denied Joy Dickerson-Neal's claims, followed by Lisa Gardner's claims. Y'all, we can't forget that he forgot about Lil Rod's explosive statements and claims, and the list just goes on and on and on. One.
Make a statement, because I can't answer no question. I'm just gonna make a statement, all right? I came here today just to tell the truth, so hopefully we can get down to the bottom of this. I'm 100%, the charges against me are 100% false, and hopefully due to time, we'll start to see that. Thank you very much.
Now Diddy's top-tier legal team has found a way to keep their clients safe for almost a year now, but looking like the jig is finally up and Diddy's been arrested. The music mogul facing a horde of charges, some brought on by the complaint's claims and some pursued by the state. Now this is a whole sensational crime that's rocking the IND, and y'all best believe that Candace Owens has got something.
Different narrative that was unbelievably dishonest, and he did not allow me to respond to it, which is worrisome and should tell you a lot about where people are today in terms.
The conservative commentators made a career for herself by saying things that other people are too afraid of saying. In this case, with the whole Diddy saga, everybody in the industry went quiet, and the fact is that Diddy's been in the game for decades now, and he's one of the top music legends of all time now. This means that he's responsible for the careers of just about everybody that we grown up listening to, and even serve new artists that we're hearing in the 2020s.
They can't control me. You get what I'm saying? They can control Shaq. They can control Charles Barkley. They can control LeBron James. They can control Jay Z and Beyonce.
No, you, man.
But they can't control me. The truth is gonna be heard. Y'all can't send none of y'all Meek Mills, y'all Puffies, y'all Lil Boozy, none of these names, none of these people that have to listen to y'all because they have legal. I never kill nobody, right? I'm the pussy that never kill nobody, right? But that means I can say whatever I
Candace has made her stance on the matter clear, and that's based off of information from somebody who used to be close to Diddy. Just take a guess at somebody who's made claims against the snakes in the music industry before. That's right, we talk about Kanye West.
Have to condemn Kanye or cancel him. He doesn't have to go crazy, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying, you gotta be, you gotta understand.
So the musician who's been embroiled in a few controversies of his own has been the only person in the industry who's taken a public stance against Diddy. Now Kanye claiming that Diddy's always been a problem, and everybody knows.
So the musician who's been embroiled in a few controversies of his own has been the only person in the industry who's taken a public stance against Diddy. Now Kanye claiming that Diddy's always been a problem, and everybody knows about it. 2023 was the year that it all came crashing down against Diddy and his close circle of friends, but he's been at it for a long time. So how does Candace tie in with all of this? Well, for one, she's applauded Kanye for telling the truth about the Diddy situation and sticking to it despite the risk of being blacklisted now. Then she also issued a warning to Diddy and Jay Z. Now Candace wants them to acknowledge that the feds are reeling in on both of them. Now Diddy's probably already in custody, and it ain't going to be long until Jay Z is too.
That potential witnesses have been contacted and notified by federal investigators that they may be called to testify in front of a grand jury. Now, there is no timeline for when this may happen. We are hearing from sources that the investigation is very much still underway. We remember back in late March when two of Diddy's homes in Los Angeles and Miami were raided. That was the start of this criminal investigation, and now with our reporting that this could go to the grand jury, this is absolutely the biggest escalation in this investigation and gives some indication that authorities are looking towards a possible indictment. Now, as you mentioned, there have been a slew of lawsuits against the music mogul. He faces 8, 7 of which are directly accusing him of sexual assault. I hear from a source that many of these accusers who have filed these civil suits have been brought in for questioning, some of them being called in numerous times. We hear that many of these potential witnesses have been cooperating with these investigators, some even offering up evidence that they believe could be of note for this investigation.
Here's only one way out right now, and that's turning into an informant. Yeah, after months and months of being quiet about the whole thing, rumors of what's been going on behind the scenes, and unnamed sources are adding fuel to this fire. Now Candace warrants Diddy and Jay Z to know that the only way forward for them is to turn on everybody. Now might sound like a long shot, but the commentators got a fair point. Right now the feds are building a case of trafficking and racketeering. Now they want everybody who's involved to serve time and be brought to justice. Now there ain't no way that Diddy's getting away scot-free, but maybe instead of 50 years he'll be serving only 10-5. How well if he gives the feds information on somebody bigger than even him.
Not taking this album on has required so much time, months and at a time, 16 hours to 24 hours a day. Sometimes, Diddy will request certain works to be done and tell us don't go to sleep until it's done. And the truth is, we'll be up for days trying to accomplish that. I've tried to get my business straight with them on this album, but the truth is they're not playing fair. They hit me on below the belt on so many situations. Just dealing with this. It's the contract that they give me and the offer that they gave me was just disgusting. The producer fee, pennies, and on top of that, these guys are trying to steal my publishing. I can't go for that, so I'm fighting back. He's a fighter, but I'm gonna put in this fight. I gotta do it for myself.
Apparently that's been Jay Z's strategy so far. I mean, why y'all think that he's been able to evade arrest, thus being a mainstay at all of Diddy's parties, and not just him and Beyonce, but everybody else who's reportedly safe that was turning on Diddy, even Shook Knight's trying to cash in on the whole saga by selling information. Everybody's looking out for themselves at this point. I don't know, man, maybe Diddy's strategy right now is to find a way out for himself. Hard to tell, but what are your thoughts on this one? Make sure y'all let us know in the comments.